Hey, so welcome back to another episode of Cheapskate Garage. We're on day 72 of chasing vacuum leaks. Not really, it's day 3 or 2 or 3. But I finally figured out what the problem is. So if you caught the last episode, pulling apart the dash was kind of the wrong answer. I needed to do that to replace light bulbs, but uh, we actually found out where the vacuum leak was, and we know what it is. Now we got to repair it. So I did a little bit of work behind scenes or off camera just because I wanted to get this thing done rolling. I want to get onto the headliner so that way it can be a daily for now. Check it out. So right here we got this line goes into the back of the throttle body right there, comes around, and then it goes that way around to the vacuum ball. It goes up here and it goes up here. We found out this is the line that goes into the dash. I actually back blew it in air, and I'll show you. I aimed the vacuum ports right here at this rag that's hanging there, closed the doors up, back blew it, and watched this move. So I knew that wasn't our problem. And actually, as a matter of fact, I'll go back to the other side. I hooked this line here with an extra tube, brought it all the way around to this line, which I know is a good vacuum line, lots of suction on it, and I put the vacuum switch back on there, and I started getting movement out of all the vacuum motors. So it's a vacuum issue up here. I got to trace out all these, and as you may or may not know, these 2.8 liter Jimmies, they're vacuum actuated for the 4-wheel drive, which is right there, and then they're vacuum actuated for the cruise control, which is right there. So lots of vacuum lines on this thing. It's easy to get discouraged because it does look like a big spider web, and there's just nowhere to put your hands in, and everything's the same color. But I guess I could take out the AC and drop a 5.3 liter in here. I don't think this thing's worth that much work. Anyway, let's get to it. So let me get you guys down in here. This is the vacuum line that hooks up to the intake. That right there goes back to, I removed the one out of the way. This one here, I just took it out for right now. But I go down in here, that's where it was hooked up to. Can you hear the pitch and noise? It's not making hardly any vacuum. I bet it's dirty. So we're going to clean on that for a minute. So I got my dental pick down in here, and I can kind of feel it hanging up on some stuff. And I think, I'm not going to lie, I had to phone a friend and ask him what the problem might be. And sure enough, this line right here is really soft and thin compared to right here. So he thinks that it went in here and it's all clogged up. So after a little bit of researching, my buddy came over. The one line down here, that's a return for the fuel line. That's a return for the fuel tank. This one's my vacuum. I hooked everything back up. I have tested everything except for the cruise control, and now it's time to put the dash back together. So the moral of the story is, somebody worked on this before me and didn't plug the lines in right. Never realized it. Hey, thanks for watching. If you remember, subscribe and like. Those are your favorite buttons right now. We'll catch you on the next episode of Cheapskate Garage.